What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the New York Jets franchise in Madden 22. In this episode, we are going to be taking care of some housekeeping stuff during the bye week, as well as covering two games against the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. This first move was actually made before the bye week, after the game in London, but we were looking at the kicking market, and I noticed that the Houston Texans released Kaimi Fairbairn, and he's not only the best leg on the market, but he also is the most accurate kicker. So we are going to sign him, and of course with that move, we are going to go ahead and release Matt Amendola as well. We have a meeting with our assistant GM as well to talk about a draft prospect. This time around, we're talking about tight end Trey Mcbride. Now, while in the scouting video, I did not discuss tight end as one of our top needs, I do think that acquiring a tight end was still on my target list for the offseason, as I think, especially in Madden and the way I play Madden, having an elite tight end, or at least a good tight end, can definitely be a game changer on offense. And we'll also take a moment here to just look at some other draft prospects that we're currently eyeing. We know for a fact now Derek Stingley has A, catching, and B, man coverage. Hopefully we can learn more about his zone coverage as well as more information is revealed. He is currently my top target. He is at the 4th overall pick, so we'll see if we end up having a pick high enough. But then looking down the board, a little bit later on in the first round, we have Andrew Booth Jr., who we don't know any of the coverage for yet, but we do know he has A press. He is definitely second on the board after Stingley in terms of corners. There's a pretty wide gap between 1 and 2, and then there's also a pretty wide gap between 2 and then the rest of the board in the first round. I also wanted to take a quick look at Garrett Wilson. I'm not actively looking to draft a receiver in the first round, but if he ends up being the best player on the board, that is somebody I have my eyes on, along with his teammate Chris Olave. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not 100% sure. I will make sure that I look that up before we play against him or anything like that. Looking down the board later on, we also have that Seahawks first round pick, so I want to look at players who I think will be in the lower end of the first round. And we got Roger McCreary here, who has A press, B zone, and B man coverage, so that might be somebody who's still on the board. I'm expecting Seattle to have a later pick because I think they'll be a playoff team. So just looking at players who might be in that range, we also got Trent McDuffie, who, if we pull up here, it might show, yes, he has A zone coverage. So he immediately became kind of my top target at the later end of the first round if he is still on the board. And we did not draft a corner with that first pick. Like I said, with two first-round picks, I would like to make one offense and one defense. However, I am not opposed, if they are the best players on the board, to just taking two corners. I also have my eyes on a couple offensive linemen later on. We got Kenyon Green, who we know has a run blocking and a run block finesse and a run block power. So really good in terms of that side of the ball. We'll see if we reveal anything about his passing ability. I also like this guy, Tyler Linderbaum. He's an interior lineman, so not as flashy. We don't know a lot about him yet, but we know he has A awareness and he has a really solid build. We'll see what we learn about him throughout the season as well. And finally, taking a look now at Trey Mcbride to see if anything has been revealed. He is currently trending to be the top tight end. We know he has A catch in traffic, and we are listed as one of the best fits for him. But as with most of these prospects, not a whole lot of information right now. And so we'll keep our eyes on these players as the season progresses. Now, to focus attention back on the team, Greg Van Roten has approached us asking what the plan for the bye week is. And given that we are coming off of a victory and we're sitting with 2 wins already through 5 games, I decided that we can take this week off of practice and just take it easy. We did have to simulate our XP drills still. Luckily, we did not come away with any injuries. I know how Madden can be sometimes, and I wasn't sure if you could still sustain injuries even though you're not actually practicing. We got quite a few players who are eligible for upgrades. First of all, we got Michael Carter, who is now up to a 75 overall. We're trying to get some sort of breakout challenge for him. Hopefully that is coming down the pipeline. Corey Davis, we're going to end up going with the slot upgrade for. I kind of thought it was funny that his top ability or his top scheme fit was deep threat, not the way that I exactly envision a 6'3 outside receiver. We got Ashton Davis, who hasn't really played a whole lot effectively this season. His coverage is still miserable in the 60s, so we're still going to try and get that up. If we can get him up to the high 70s by the end of this year or by the start of next year, then he might be a more viable player. Now we're also going to look at some contract extensions. We got quite a few players up for extension. First of all, we're going to give Marcus May a 4-year offer for a little under 10 mil, and he's fine with that outside of the salary, so we'll come back to that as a starting point. Folo Fatakasi, I wanted to try and lowball at first just to kind of see where we are at, I did upgrade the bonus just a little bit, but this deal is just slightly south of $7 million. And he also is not a huge fan of that. He doesn't like the salary, so we can come back to that. And then John Franklin Myers, I wanted to give a longer term contract since he is a little younger than those guys and give him a little bit more money. 5 years, 28 mil. So that's between between 5.5 and 6 mil. And he goes ahead and signs that immediately. So now going back to Marcus May, we just increase the salary just a little bit, make this a flat 4-year, $10 million a year deal. And he is re-signed. And then we will go and revisit Folo Fatukasi as well and increase him to a flat, I believe this ends up being 27 mil. Yep, 27 mil for 3 years, so a little under 9 mil, or around $9 million a year. And he is going to accept this offer, so that keeps our defensive line in place for the most part. Like I've been saying, I think that's our strongest position group as a team. We have a meeting with the assistant GM who wants to talk about where we might be able to pursue some free agents. And I think out of the two sides of the ball, that our defense is definitely a little bit more thin, and we're going to look at some of the options. He's suggesting cornerback Jimmy Smith and defensive tackle Geno Atkins, and I'm not really crazy about signing either of those guys just because of the age combination and the fact that Jimmy Smith doesn't really fit our scheme. He's more a press man corner, and we're trying to run a little bit more zone just because of the personnel that we have. And then on offense, we have Jack Doyle and Adrian Peterson, but Adrian Peterson would just take carries away from Michael Carter, and I don't really think that Jack Doyle is an upgrade over Tyler Kroft or Ryan Griffin by a significant enough amount to release either of them. So I did say that Jack Doyle would be my preference of the two, but given the fact that we don't have a roster spot and we would have to cut somebody in order to sign any free agents at this time, we are going to forego the option currently, since there are not really many free agents on the market that address our needs other than kicker, which we have already addressed. Forecast for the next game is going to be extremely rainy, so quarterback Zach Wilson is asking what this week's practice should be focusing on, and we are going to go ahead and focus ourselves around the run this week. Hopefully we can get kind of a big breakout game from Michael Carter, trying to improve his development a little bit. And this is the first time we have seen a repeat opponent, as we've already played the New England Patriots for the first time this season. And our big defensive focus this week is going to be on the inside run, trying to slow down Damian Harris. And then for our offensive game plan, we're going to go with running outside, as I think that better suits Tevin Coleman and Michael Carter's skill sets. I'm anticipating this will be an ugly game due to the weather, and so we're not going to be all that ambitious. We're going to go with allowing less than 2 passing touchdowns as one of our goals. And I think after this episode is going to be when I finally figure out that you can set all your goals in the same screen. So hopefully we can actually cover that. Anyway, our first moment is going to be down inside the red zone, as the New England Patriots and the New York Jets are both wearing AFL anniversary uniforms for this game. A weird time to try and pick some throwbacks. But Mac Jones now looking for his man, and that is J.J. Taylor out of the backfield. So he is going to pick up a first down now. Patriots moving the ball inside the 10-yard line. 3rd down and 1. And handoff to Damian Harris. Takes it up the middle, cuts back inside, fights his way forward, but doesn't quite break the plane. They're going to rule that he was actually down at the 2-yard line. So first down and goal from 2. Offset I formation for Mac Jones. Everybody in tight. Pitch back to Harris. Finds a hole. Big block going to the left. Jets can't take him down. And that is going to be a touchdown for the opening score of this game. New England is going to go up 7-0 on their opening drive. Now New York on their ensuing drive are knocking on the red zone, but it's an important 3rd down here. 3rd down and 6 from the 24. Wilson drops back, strikes, and there is nobody in the area. And that's kind of the danger that you get yourself into passing in this type of situation. Fairbairn comes out for the field goal, and it is good as he makes his first attempt in a Jets jersey. The Jets have the ball once again now on the next drive down inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 12. Offset I formation. Wesco into block. Carter gets the carry, cuts back inside, but he is quickly taken down after a gain of only about 3 yards for 2 yards right there. So it's now 2nd down and 8. And play action. Wilson looking for Carter, and he catches it, but there was a linebacker right there, so it's only a gain of 2, just the equivalent of running the ball right there. So they're going to go for the pass play here on 3rd down as Wilson drops back looking for Crowder, and he works his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So the Jets have not only responded, but they have scored on their next 2 drives and taken the lead against the Patriots early in this one. Third down from midfield for the Patriots as Mac Jones drops back, and he strikes over the middle, finds his man, Nelson Aguilar, for a first down. And New England will continue this drive now down in the red zone from the 17 on first down and 10. And this handoff goes to Damian Harris, cuts outside, and a big tackle right there, potentially touchdown saving, as Harris does not quite get a first down. So it's now second down and 1 I formation. And they're going to hand it off to Harris once again. He comes right up the middle and pushes through Quinnen Williams to pick up a first. So it makes it first down and goal from the 5-yard line. And Harris gets the carry once again, cuts left and sheds the tackle of Blake Cashman and walks his way right into the end zone for a touchdown. New England's back on top in this one. Third down and 3 from the 41 for the Jets on their ensuing drive. Quick drop back for Wilson. Fires to the left, had a wide open Crowder, but I don't think Wilson had his feet set when he made that throw. Now going for it on fourth down from midfield, Robert Saleh makes the call. Pass over the middle to Ryan Griffin. Huge hit, but he holds on, and the Jets will continue their drive as they are working their way down the field. Now inside the red zone from the 20, it's first and 10. Tevin Coleman is the back in the game right now. He gets the carry, runs up the middle, and picks up about 5 yards right there. Make it a little bit shorter of a second down. Now Carter the back in the offset I formation, as Wilson's taking his time to snap this one. Run up the middle to Carter, and he's close to picking up a first. We'll see if they rule him down. And it is a third down and 1. And the Jets are in a quick audible here. Looks like they are going to try to catch the New England Patriots off guard with the pass. And Corey Davis has the ball and finds his way into the end zone. They were looking for the run right there, and they were not ready for the Jets to call an audible. As the Jets' defense is playing pretty well, who knows if it's the conditions or not. But back on offense, Zach Wilson on third down and 10 throws it straight into the hands of Dante Hightower. With the gloomy conditions, it's almost like he never even saw him. And that flips the momentum in this game as New England is knocking on the door of the red zone. Mac Jones with a quick completion now. And the Jets do hold on third down, or it seems, as New England is going for it with the I formation. Pitched back to Harris, and he is almost stopped, but there's a flag, and it looks like this one might be going against the New York Jets. And it actually goes against New England, illegal block in the back on Jonnu Smith, and so the New England turns the ball over on downs. But after another New York turnover, they are back in the red zone quickly. Third down and 12, going for the screen pass, dangerous pass right there, almost picked off by a defensive lineman. But after successfully converting on fourth down and 12 through a fake field goal, now New England's at first and goal from the 8, and they give it off to Harris, and there's nobody there to stop him. Slips off one tackle, didn't have a chance right there. And New England breaks the tie, taking a 24-17 lead in this one as we are approaching the fourth quarter. New England has the ball once again here late in the game as neither offense could really get anything going. Read option, Mac Jones holds on to it himself, picks up about 5 yards. Kind of lucky he did not end up losing the ball right there, as he is not the best ball carrier. Damian Harris, though, is a lot more effective in that role, as he has 150 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day so far. Couldn't get the first down there, though, so it's third down and 2. He gets the carry once again, and it looks like he was stopped behind the line. They're going to rule a fourth down and 1, and so since it is inside the 2-minute warning, the New York Jets are going to call a timeout. Braxton Berrios on the return. Doesn't really find that much space, shoves through one guy, ends up at the 26-yard line. So Zach Wilson has a chance to lead a game-winning drive now, starting at the 26 with about a minute 45 left. Drops the ball for a second, tried to go to Keelan Cole, but that one is broken up, so that makes it second down and 10. It's going to be tough to try and drive down the field with passing, but they're going to try and make it work. Now, as Wilson fires into Corey Davis, it's only a 5-yard pickup. The Jets are going to go no huddle. They got to try and get a bunch of short plays with these rainy conditions. Wilson looking. Nobody's really open. Finds Cole, but he can't hold on to the pass as he broke away for just long enough. But now that makes it fourth down and 5 from the 31-yard line. It comes down to this play right here. Wilson looking, fires left side, and this will continue. Elijah Moore finds his way out of bounds despite the early tackle. He breaks through and steps out. So first down from the 46-yard line. Wilson dropping back, tried to go deep, and that one is deflected. Was looking for Corey Davis, but just overthrew him a slight little bit. So with 1:10 left, it's 2nd down and 10. 46-yard line still. Wilson looking over the middle, finds Keelan Cole, gets his way across midfield, fighting through a tackle, and the New York Jets are going to use their 2nd timeout. Play action fake. Zach Wilson looking for somebody deep, and he is hit as he throws. Good move to get rid of that right there. Not trying to throw his 5th interception of the afternoon. Only one of which was a user interception, by the way. 2nd down and 10. And pressure coming, tries to get rid of it once again, and that was a free rusher right there. So that makes it 3rd down and 10. Wilson dropping back once again. Extra protection in this time goes to Keelan Cole, but he can't hold on as that one is broken up the last second. So again, it all comes down to this play right here. 4th down and 10 from the 40-yard line. If the Patriots get it back, the Jets only have 1 timeout, so this game is basically one deep shot to Corey Davis, and he cannot come down with it. And that is going to end this game by the score of 24-17. The 2 closest games the Jets have played against the Patriots in a while, but Damian Harris really controlled this game on the ground, 149 yards, and the Jets just didn't play the style of game that they expected to going into it. As the splits in this one are 20 carries and 47 pass attempts, I think part of it was just the fact that the run game wasn't really that efficient early on, though when Zach Wilson was turning the ball over as much as he was, they probably could have looked in a different direction and tried to reestablish that ground game, especially since Michael Carter only got 6 carries. We're looking now at the 2nd mock draft as the Jets are currently projected with 12 and 23, and this mock draft has them taking a corner and a center, a couple prospects that we already kind of looked at, so we'll see if this ends up holding as the draft order by the end of the season. Still a lot of football left to play. We are 2-4 heading to Cincinnati, taking on one of the most dangerous offenses in the entire league. How many other teams do you think we're going to face that are 3 deep at receiver with an all-pro level running back and a number 1 overall pick at quarterback? But the rest of their roster really isn't that amazing. Their defense is consistently good at pretty much every position. Outside of their linebackers are pretty awful. But this is a very winnable game, I think, or at least one that we can make a tightly contested game. But game planning for this game is more like a pick your poison, because you can try and shut down the pass or at least slow it down, and then you end up getting Joe Mixon, who's one of the best running backs in the league. Or you can try and slow down Joe Mixon, and then you have the 3-headed monster of Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins. So we are going to try and slow down the medium pass, try and keep it short, and also keep an eye on the run game. And then on offense, we are going to try and throw it short. Because of that weakness at linebacker, I think that this could be a big game for Tyler Kroft and Jamison Crowder as they find space over the middle. During practice, Cameron Clark and Kyle Phillips both suffered dislocated wrists, so they will be out for this game. But other than that, we escaped relatively injury-free among the starters at least. We got a couple of upgrades as well. We got Blake Cashman, who I will give field general, as he has actually been playing a little bit more against the pass in that nickel package. So we'll try and continue him into being a better all-around linebacker. We also got Zach Wilson with an upgrade. We are continuing to try and work on his accuracy. And we get an upgrade for deep and short. We just can't seem to get any upgrades for that medium. Keep getting it for short and deep, but medium is still sitting at an 80 overall. Now looking at these staff upgrades, as we finally have enough points to unlock, I believe anyway, our very first after-school tutoring. As we finish this tree off, so now we'll be able to have 4 focus players during training, which will continue our focus on developing some of our younger guys. But now getting underway as the 2-4 Jets play host to the Cincinnati Bengals, who find themselves in an early 3rd down situation. Quick strike left side to Jamar Chase, the rookie receiver, and he is taken down but not before picking up a first, so that continues Cincinnati's drive now down into the red zone. Single back look for Joe Burrow as he drops back. Pressure coming on the free rusher. Hit as he throws. Finds Cameron Brate. And it's a pickup of about 2 as he is taken down. But avoids a loss on that play as the pressure was coming right in his face. Same look on the next play. Handoff to Joe Mixon. And he shoves off one man. And he is close to picking up a first down. I believe they're going to rule him just short, as they're going to call this one 3rd down and inches. Now shotgun on 3rd down. Burrow drops back. Looks, fires. And that one is broken up. Intended for Brate once again, but the Bengals are going for it 4th and inches from the 7-yard line. The Jets would have a 93-yard offensive drive to score. And time in the pocket, and he finds Brate again, but he cannot hang on. So the Jets take over from the 7. First play of the game, Wilson in a single back look. Coleman the back, and he gets the first carry of the game going up the middle, sheds off one, carries another man with him across the first down marker, and this is going to be an 11-yard carry to open things up for the Jets offense. Coleman the back once again, and he is going to get the call once again, goes to the right side, can't really find a whole lot of room, but falls forward and ends up picking up about 5 yards. Now Michael Carter in the game in an offset eye look, as it looks like this is going to be another run. Wesco in motion, and Wilson with the handoff to Carter, looks for space up the middle, and he picks up about 3. That's going to make it a short third down, and another offset eye look with Carter still in the game. Wilson dropping back in this formation, plenty of time to throw, and finds Corey Davis for the conversion, a 14-yard hookup, and this drive will continue. They've been leaning heavy on the run on early downs. We'll see if that continues here, as it looks like a play-action look. Carter the back. Wilson scrambles to the right, finds Keelan Cole on the comeback, and he picks up about 10 yards, but they are going to rule it just short of a first down, second down and inches, and the Jets are going to go deep on this play, as it's a perfect time to take a shot. Can't find anybody, so he just throws it away. But that's going to make it a very short third down to try and convert. Tevin Coleman the back in the I form, and he gets the call up the middle. Plenty of room, as the offensive line of the Jets might have just made their best play all season. There was lanes everywhere for Coleman, and that is going to be a pickup of a first down. So this Jets drive continues from the 44. Now handoff to Coleman, and he shoves another guy down and falls forward once again. He has 30 yards on this drive. Second down and 4. Coleman's still in the game. He's going to be blocking this time. Wilson, plenty of time, tries to fire to the right, and that pass is just behind Keelan Cole. So that makes it an early third down. Once again, third down and 4. Wilson, plenty of time in the backfield, taking a shot deep, fires downfield, and that one is broken up. But still within field goal range for Kaimi Fairbairn, and this kick is up, and it is good. So the Jets will take an early 3-0 lead over the Bengals. The Bengals couldn't get anything going on their next drive, so now it's about 6 minutes left in the second quarter. The Jets are knocking on the red zone. Wilson making a few adjustments at the line to this play, drops back, and has plenty of time, looks over the middle, and Ryan Griffin was wide open, but he never even looked at the ball. That is a huge miss right there. Second down and 10, still from the 15, and the fake to Tevin Coleman, as Wilson rolls right, looks for somebody, and the defender steps in front of that at the last second as he was looking for Griffin once again. So 2 incompletions now looking for Ryan Griffin on this drive. Third down and 10. Wilson fires left, has a wide open Corey Davis, and he is contested at the end. The pass is broken up. So the Jets add another field goal, as it's now a 6-0 game. But Burrow driving down the field, escapes the sack right there, and he's going to run for it himself and just gets across the marker. So this drive will continue after a big third down conversion. Another third down now from the 31-yard line, and Burrow as Mixon in the backfield goes out as a receiver, and he is tackled down, and it looks like they're going to rule him just short. So Cincinnati is going to go for a field goal, except for they're keeping the offense out on the field on fourth down and inches. Second down and 6, handoff to Mixon up the middle, stiff arm, pushes down John Franklin Myers and gets himself a first down now. Second down and 4 at the 17-yard line. Burrow with a tight formation. Handoff to Mixon once again. Left side has room, but he is taken down from behind by Blake Cashman. Probably saved a touchdown right there, if I'm being honest. But first down and 10. Handoff to Tyler Boyd on the Jets sweep, and he is going to get about 4 yards. The Jets were caught a little bit off guard, but end up making a big play on defense right there. Second down and 6. Screen to Mixon. Shoves off one man, but taken down from behind by John Franklin Myers. So it's third down and 2 now. Burrow, quick strike, drops back, and almost picked off by Blake Cashman. Would have been a huge play right there. The Bengals are stopped on third down, but they're going for it again. Fourth down and 2 from the 4-yard line. Handoff to Mixon. Works his way up the middle. Tried to push his way into the end zone, but he is taken down just short. But they have 3 chances right here. They only need 1 yard, and they're going to do it on first down as the Bengals score the first touchdown of the game and take a 7-6 lead after the extra point. The Jets have 1:15 to drive down the field and try and get some points. Wilson's had a good day so far. He fires right here. Kind of dangerous pass. Elijah Moore ends up holding on to this one, though, as he didn't see the corner guarding the other receiver, Keelan Cole, on that play. Now first down and 10 back at the line from the 38, making some adjustments to this play, trying to see what he likes in the defense. Has a man deep, but ends up going short, Elijah Moore, and he was double covered. This one ends up getting broken up So that makes it 2nd down and 10. Jets still have all 3 timeouts, 44 seconds left. Zach Wilson, clean pocket, but pressure coming, and he is taken down from behind as he was trying to create a running lane. Just couldn't tuck the ball away and take off in time. So it's now 3rd down and 10. Still from the 38. 37 seconds left in this one. Wilson dropping back and fires over the middle to Tyler Kroft. And that is going to convert up to midfield. Jets are going to take their first timeout of the half. Actually, it looks like that was their 2nd timeout. But now Wilson drops back and looks. Jamison Crowder was open, but just a miscommunication right there as he cut left instead of cutting right. Now 2nd down and 10. Wilson dropping back once again. Has all kinds of time in the pocket, and this time he does link up with Jamison Crowder, who has a running room and makes it all the way down inside the red zone. The Jets would use their last timeout and kick a field goal to end the half. So Cincinnati takes over here early in the 3rd quarter, and a handoff to Mixon down inside the red zone. Picks up about 2 yards. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 8 from the 14. Handoff to Mixon once again, and he picks up a 1st down and more down inside the 5-yard line. That's going to make it 1st down and goal situation as they bring the fullback into the game, make this I formation from the 5-yard line. Everybody in tight. Mixon, fake handoff. Burrow taken down by Blake Cashman as the Jets read that play perfectly, seeing that it was a fake. And now that makes a 2nd down and goal from the 14. The pitch out to Mixon. Mixon taken down by Javelin Guidry from the slot. Big play for the 5'7" slot corner to take down the running back. Makes it 3rd down and goal from the 15. Pass left side to Jamar Chase, but he can't find running room as it's Guidry once again making the play right there. Cincinnati isn't going to go for it on 4th down this time as they had the points. Now 3rd down on the Jets drive from the 32. Wilson has time, fires. Nobody was really open. Tried to go to the check down to Carter, but that one's broken up. And so the Jets are going to go with a field goal once again for the 4th time this game. We can say that it is good, and Kaimi Fairbairn already showing his value as an upgrade at the kicker position. Now for midfield, the Bengals, 3rd down and 5, and going right side here on the pass to Joe Mixon, and he is not going to gain anything right there, so that makes it a 4th down, and the Bengals would punt. Now 3rd down and 10 on the Jets' ensuing drive, and wide open again. Jamison Crowder just continues to find holes in this defense against those linebackers, has a wide open play right there. Now 3rd down and 3, knocking on the red zone. Wilson all kinds of time too, and just cannot fire that one in quick enough. He had a wide open Tyler Kroft, but the linebacker had enough time to get over to that. But the Jets are going for it now. 4th down and 3, Corey Davis fighting through tackles, picks up well more than he needed down inside the 10-yard line to the 6. 1st down and goal. Dropping back, Wilson fires over the middle to Crowder, but that one is broken up at the last second. So that makes it 2nd down and goal. Split back with Coleman and Trevon Wesco in the backfield. Wesco in the block. And wide open, Tyler Kroft over the middle of the field. And that is a Jet touchdown. That is going to make it 19-10 late in this game. The Bengals would add a score, so now the Jets have to kill the clock as Michael Carter runs up the middle. His first big run of the afternoon. And the Bengals have to take their first timeout. 1:46 left. They probably need another one. Michael Carter, no problem. He is going to get a couple yards right there. But we're going to make sure that we don't necessarily convert for the 1st down right away. We want to try and make it all 3 downs. Make the Bengals use those last timeouts and run as much time off the clock. But Michael Carter has a wide open hole right there. And that is going to pretty much end this one. The Jets will run one more play from scrimmage to Carter, who is going to carry it up the middle. Has blocking, and he picks up another 10 yards. So adding some garbage time yards, that's pretty much all of his yards for the entire game, as this one would be going to the final 19-17 Jets as they topple the Bengals. It was a back and forth game, but at the end of the day, the Jets actually proved their supremacy through the air, as both Keelan Cole and Corey Davis had 70-plus yards on the afternoon. And they kind of gave up on the ground game again if you look at the splits between pass attempts and carries. Zach Wilson had another game where he threw over 45 passes and there was less than 20 carries. So you don't necessarily like that offensive balance, especially the way the Jets running backs have been playing. But hopefully with the exorbitant amount of pass attempts anyway that Zach Wilson is throwing, it's opportunities to kind of take his lumps and improve. We get another after-school tutoring after that game. So we are now up to 5 focus players per week. And we are going to have a short week as we are slated for a matchup with the Indianapolis Colts on Thursday Night Football. just continuing to take on all of the league's best running backs. We played McCaffrey in week 1. We're playing Jonathan Taylor now. We also had Derrick Henry on the schedule, and I believe we play Alvin Kamara later in the season as well. And we also let Damian Harris run for like 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Joe Mixon just had almost 102. So our run defense has definitely been tested this year. But some good news in this matchup anyway is we'll be seeing backup quarterback Brett Hundley, as this team has been absolutely ravaged by injuries. They're missing Carson Wentz, Michael Pittman. Their left tackle is out also. And we'll take a look at the injury report in just a second, but this team's been devastated. And outside of Darius Leonard and DeForest Buckner, this team really doesn't have a very good defense at all, so it might end up being an opportunity for a breakout game by Zach Wilson, just like we saw in London against the Atlanta Falcons in a similar situation. So we will see. But Eric Fisher's out, Carson Wentz is out, Bobby Okereke's out, and Kari Willis, who's their starting safety, and Michael Pittman, who's like their second best wide receiver. So we are definitely getting a banged-up Colts squad. I think it is a prime opportunity to try and get another victory, which would actually improve us to 500 on the season. But we are going to have to do it against Jonathan Taylor, who is one of the best running backs in the league. And then on offense, we're going to try and focus on throwing it short. Once again, take advantage of those really weak linebackers again outside of Darius Leonard. And we also hit 500 snaps with Zach Wilson, and it is revealed that he has superstar potential, which means that he is now going to have superstar abilities. So I am going to give him pocket deadeye, try and improve some of his accuracy when his feet are set. And then we are also going to actually leave inside deadeye on. But taking on the Colts in the next matchup, 3-4 versus 2-6, they are a much better overall team. Funnily enough, we do have a chance to actually take a share of the AFC East division lead if we do win this game and the Bills were to lose. Although the Patriots, I think, play this week. The bye weeks kind of mess with everything at this point in the season. But we will see if we are able to take them down or if the Colts will band together and fight through injury to try and come away with a victory. So that will be the next episode, Thursday Night Football, Jets, Colts. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Madden 22 Jets franchise. Hope you did enjoy. See you next time.